It's time for another track battle! This time featuring the badass 2000 versus Dove's C6 Z06. So Pete, you got 35 grand to spend on a track day car. What are you getting?
That is a tough choice. I either go buy a Bone Stock's C6 Z06 or well,
the world's cheapest S2000, a $5,000 S2000, and then spend 30 grand on it?
Exactly, yeah. And to be fair, you can probably buy these for much cheaper than 35 grand done up already, somewhat in this form. So it is a little bit of a cheaper car, but still.
But if you build it like
you're
we
building
did,
it, exactly.
it's gonna cost you 35 grand, or you can go get a Z06 C6 for about the same money. So you wanna know which one gives you more performance per dollar. Pretty sure the Z06 is gonna be quicker in a straight line, but let's go do some roll
And
races.
we also wanna know which one is funner to drive, DP?
Yeah, good point.
Because money, you know, if you're gonna go spend the bucks per fun ratio, that is also a thing to consider, right?
For sure, yeah. Funness is important when building a track car. It's not just about the speed. Let's go find out which one's faster and which one's more fun. All right. I can't even hear the... It's I mean, it's not a surprising outcome, is it, everybody? It's gonna be the LS7 over the F22C. There is no replacement for displacement in an NA battle like this. And really, I'm a complete tool with this gearbox. I'm barely able to get into third gear. Somebody with more seat time in this car would be pulling a bigger gap than I'm pulling, but it gives you a pretty good idea of what an LS7 can really do versus an engine with, you know, a third of the displacement.
All right, here we go again. 1, 2, 3. Oh man, he's got me. There's just so much jam in that car, so much jam. Man, the power of that car is simply stunning. However, this car's no slouch either. You got to give it to this AP2 motor. I mean, it is pretty much all stock, and it seems to do pretty well for itself against a Z06. That's 505 horsepower versus, let's say, 260 at the crank maybe with the mods we have.
This is the part where I would be talking to you about how fast the Corvette is and how powerful the motor is. But instead, I'm talking to you from a microphone in my home office because we had a slight technical glitch here with the microphone on the GoPro not working. So, what can I tell you about the Corvette a week after we shot this video is, well, clearly it's keeping up with the S2000 in a straight line very easily. The part we weren't sure about is how well it would do in the corners versus the S2000, which is really hooked up in the corners. And maybe in the brake zones too, but turns out the Z06 has fantastic brakes, no sign of any fade, even on completely stock pads and rotors. You can see I'm falling a little bit behind through the S's here. The S2000 is really quick through the tight stuff. But the Z06 has a ton of grip and is surprisingly well balanced. You hear a lot of talk about them being very twitchy, having a really active rear end. But on these Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires, this car has a ton of grip and feels very stable. Never felt nervous. Now, to be honest, I'm not pushing it to the ragged edge here because the car is so much faster than the S2000. I can't really get it to the ragged edge under these circumstances. So you'll have to check out our track test video of this car in a standalone hot lap to really see how it performs at the limit. But cruising around here in third gear, you can see it's no challenge at all to keep up with the S2000. I even had the AC on.
Oh man, he's flying by. Oh, it's no contest. I can reel him in the corner here. Oh man, he's pulling away already. Oh. Yep. Oh man, he's got me. I'm trying hard, people. I'm trying real hard here. brought it back in a little bit, but holy. Oh, let's see. Like, he hasn't put that much space on me here. It's just, see, coming out of the corners. It's where the struggle is real. I feel like I reel him in a little bit and then we're done, so. All right, well. It is no contest here. No contest at all. Look at the space he's got on me. All right.
Well,
oh man,
there's a bit of a speed differential there.
Yeah, there really is.
We'd be lying if we said there wasn't.
No.
But it looked like the S2000 was doing really well through the tight stuff.
Yeah, like I thought I kept up with you and was able to push you a little bit. I mean, in terms of the gap was there, but catching up to you in the tight corners. So
Right.
that's where the S2000 does shine.
Yeah.
It's kind of obvious in that sense.
If we were autocrossing, it might have been a closer battle, but once there's a bit of a straightaway,
There's
this
just
thing
so
is
much
a
motor.
rocket ship.
Yeah.
God, it's fast.
And then it does all the other things well.
It does.
So it makes it hard to kind of make up that differential that you get in a
Yeah.
straight line where, you know, like I said, the S2000, you feel like I can catch you a little bit or pull away from you in the corners, but it's just not enough to keep you
No,
away
it isn't.
in the straights.
I thought this car being so much lighter might have an advantage on the brakes, but
Yeah.
it really doesn't. This car brakes really well. And then I thought, oh, maybe like he's gonna have more cornering speed.
Yeah.
But again, this car has so much tire on it, it makes so much grip. It really didn't feel to me like we had a speed advantage in the corner. So I think it's just a case of this being a lot of car for the money. But from a driving standpoint, I do feel a little bit lazy driving that car.
Yeah, and
I can stick it in third, I could have the AC on, I could be reading a book, and I'd still be keeping up with you because it's just so fast.
well, and if you look at the footage, I'm just like driving the wheels off, having a ton of fun.
Yeah.
And that to me is what the S2000 is really about, right?
It's an
Like,
involvement car.
Exactly. It
Yeah.
has that excitement, it has that fun, and that's really what the standout is. But, you know, if you're looking to just go fast
Yes.
and just make it easy on yourself,
Yes.
then I think this is certainly a car that does that.
It
It's
is.
plush.
Yeah.
I mean, it does need some modification to, I think it rolls a
It
lot.
does roll a lot.
It
I'm
needs
feeling a
seat
little
in it,
nauseous
yeah.
if I'm honest. You guys may have seen me be nauseous in other videos, and I think it's the stock suspension body motions just kind of make me not feel great. So I'd love to put coilovers on that car and more tire, and it would just get faster. And I think as it gets modified too, it would become more involving as a driver. It would
For
be
sure,
more
yeah,
challenging
yeah.
to extract that performance out of
Like
it.
the truth is, this is a stock car comparison versus a modified car
Right,
comparison.
right.
So there are many differences in that sense.
There are, yeah. Well, I think that's a wrap on this episode.
Yeah, I think so.
If you guys enjoyed this unconventional comparison, we've been doing a few of those lately. Let us know in the comments section what kind of track battle you'd like to see in the future. Maybe something with all-wheel drive cars. We haven't done any all-wheel drive car stuff in a while.
Evo versus STI, that'd be great.
Yeah, sure.
Let us know in the comments, and as always, thank you for watching. We really do appreciate it. Make sure to check out our speedacademy.shop store for merchandise. And if you're feeling generous, throw us a couple bucks on our Patreon page. But let's try to get this thing warmed up. I hear some stuff rattling around. Let's try to get rid of that. Stuff it in my friggin' pocket.